Christmas. You are playing at the Bank Street Theater down at West Beth in Manhattan in a show called The Good Farmer, where you have a gem of a role. Well, we do have to wait till the second act until you come onto the stage.
You have to wait, but it's my favorite role I've had thus far in my career, and I am in love with the journey I get to take in that show. And I think it's a beautiful story written by Sharon Rothstein, and really investigates the immigrant worker situation in a way that hasn't really been investigated before. And it's great to, consistently the audience is emotionally moved, and I think that's really powerful, how theater can...
It is one of the few plays running in New York, even in New York right now, that really deals with something that's happening right now.
Correct.
The problems of immigrant workers and the emotional trials that they go through.
And really moves the audience to a place
You play the good farmer. Or you're one of the good farmers. You're one of the good farmers.
Yes, sadly, I have stomach cancer in the show, and I die and leave my wife with a farm. And
don't give it all away.
Oh, no. But I mean, you kind of know, because it's a flashback that happens in the second act, and you see her dealing with the farm in the first act, and then you come back and see how she got this farm. And it's a beautiful story, I think, and I'm honored to be part of it.
Yeah, I think you were surprised at how much you liked it and thought it was
Rock
terrific.
on, Andy Humm.
Because, I don't get a lot of...
I
see a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I know. I was honored to see you out there. I saw you at curtain calls like, Andy Humm.
Don't go see The Misanthrope. That's terrible.
But go see A Good Farmer at the...
Yes.
At the Bank Street Theater. We have, I think, 3 more weeks or 2 more weeks.
And you are a multimedia guy. Not only that, but you are directing film, too.
I directed a film, I think it was my 4th season of CSI. I wrote a script that attracted some attention, and it's a movie called The Moment After.
It's a short.
It's a short. I don't like calling it a short, though, because I think it definitely has the presence of a feature.
And most things are too long anyway. So
yes, that's right. Get in and get out.
Things should be as long as they need to be to say what you have to say.
Yeah, and it's a story about someone who finally learns to say yes to himself and to life and love, but it's too late. And I think that's a sad situation.
We actually have the trailer from it that runs about a minute, so let's take a look at a little montage of scenes from The Moment After. The Moment After.
Yes, my movie.
A film of many contrasts.
And many awards.
Well, that's what life's... Yeah, I was very lucky. It was received very well. I got to travel around the world with it, and it was an amazing experience to see how the story that came out of my imagination, to sit in a theater full of strangers and the lights go down, and see how this little story has the power to impact people. It was an amazing journey.
Give people just a quick, 25 words or less précis of the summary of the story.
Well, it's sadly someone lives their life saying no consistently. I think that we live in a world that often instills a sense of fear and doesn't allow people to say yes to themselves and their own unique voice. And it's a story about someone who lives life always saying no, and I think the ultimate no is suicide, and he commits suicide, and in his dying wish, he gets to see what life would have been like had he had the courage to say yes.
And where can people see this?
They can't. It played the festivals for about 4 years, and it just finished the festival circuit last year.
But it's online, isn't it?
The trailer is online. Because of the union and certain rules, it's not able to.
But how did it come about? It has something to do with your 30th birthday.
Well, my 30th birthday, I had a birthday bus ride in which kind of the movie touches upon. And after the bus ride, my friend Norm from the real world, said, you know what, I think that when you die, you get to come back to some of your favorite memories, and I hope that when I die, I come back to your bus ride. And that was the seed that planted the movie. And a year and a half later, the story was born.
And you're also on to working on producing and starring in a musical.
Yes, a beautiful
called
musical.
Different.
It is
Can you tell us anything about Different?
I can. It is an amazing piece, and I'm so passionate about it. It's a beautiful musical, an all-male musical set in the late 70s that looks into our community. And I think has just an amazing, inspiring voice about our community, and is a piece of theater and a story that I have never seen before. The music is beautiful. I've been working with the creative team out of Atlanta for the last couple of years, getting it in shape to to hopefully have an off-Broadway life, and I am so passionate about it, and it's a beautiful story.
About?
It looks at our community, and it through the eyes of a relationship, a 40-year-old bartender named Neil, and his journey through a relationship with a younger man, and him embracing who he is, and the journey of that relationship. And
in that very special time between Stonewall and AIDS.
After Stonewall and AIDS, and our
Before
community.
AIDS.
Yeah, and well, when AIDS kind of comes about, it does touch upon that, and sadly.
The very beginning of that, probably.
Yeah, and it's I think it's a story that hasn't been told yet, and I think it could really have a huge impact not only in our community but in the theater community, and I'm excited about that.